Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello, Honorable mention to my lecture in English for Biotechnology class, Miss Rifka Fachrunnisa. Hope you always healthy and always happy every time. And hello to all of my friends in the world, especially for my friends in Biotechnology class. Hope you doing fine and keep spirit. So, now, I want to tell you about plant biotechnology and food security in Latin America and the Caribbean. But first, I want to introduce myself. My name is Farah Nabilah, and I'm from study program Biotechnology in State University of Malang. Before we move to the next slide, do you know what plant biotechnology means? Plant biotechnology is a set of techniques to improve food, to improve plant, and to improving the quality of the food to get more product and to get more nutritious food. Background: the food sector in the LAC region is characterized as three sectors. The first is growing dependence on food imports. It primarily is cereals and the declaration of growth of the agricultural production and the poverty affecting white sector, especially the rural population. But uh, this this character might be different in other countries because we know that every country has their own character and every country has their own land. So we must know what's the character of these countries. And I want to invite to you all go back around 35 years ago when biotechnology is just recombinant DNA, it's just monoclonal antibodies, but as time goes on, we know that biotechnology has improved their technologies to get to be a better future. The food security concept. Before we know about food security, we should know about the concept in food security. So, the concept in food security is defined by FAO or Food Agriculture Organization as the access by all people at all times to the food needed for a healthy and active life. So the concept means that uh, the achievement of the food will be sustained in the future. And the food security concept has the factors that determine the degree of the food security. There are food availability, production stability, and access to food by all members of the community. Food security in Latin America and Caribbean region. So this is the map of Latin America and this is the map of Caribbean. According to the document of Food World Summit, LAC in the decade of 70 per capita food supply increased from 2360 to 2510 calories. This growth was observed until the decade of 80 when food supply per capita just increased 2720 calories. But you know what? This growth tendency, but unfortunately, this index, the increase index, didn't mean anything. Didn't represent the improving of food security. So because of that, FAO as the organization makes some program and we call it as Special Program for Food Security or SPFS. So what's the program? The program is in agriculture sector because in LAC or Latin America and Caribbean they have a good sector in agriculture. So in agriculture is a fundamental sector for the establishment of an appropriate food and production system. And a strong revitalization of the agriculture sector is needed to secure food and rural income. In LAC, they have good sector in agriculture, so everyone want to uh, increase and improve food security in agriculture and we focus on biotechnology and agriculture. So, what is biotechnology and what is agriculture? Plant biotechnology has a possibility to increase in quality of the food, to make more food, more food production, to make more nutritious food. So agriculture biotechnology has different levels of implementation and development, and there are three levels. The first level is the technology of low complexity and cost. For example, it's like handmade and semi-industrial production of biological products. It's like pesticide or bioinoculant. The the transfer of this technology to the simplest one offer results quickly than the biggest product. And the second level is the application of cell and tissue culture techniques. Cell culture for production of secondary metabolites, disease diagnosis system, and other technologies with medium complexity. So, this stage also include uh, investment to implement uh, semi-industrial production of biological products. The result of this technique, the result of this level is can be seen around 3 to 5 years, but it's depending of the complexity and the degrees of the organism. And the third level is the use of molecular biology, genetic engineering, large-scale industrial production of biological products, and complex plant cell and tissue culture techniques. So this level is characterized by its complexity and high cost. Also, I want to I want to tell you that uh, biotechnology has uh, improved to has a possibility to improve the economic growth because when we want to make plant biotechnology, we can reduce a lot of money to make a good plant and or to make a good food in and more nutritious food. So, and then is about opportunities and scenario for plant biotechnology application. I just give you some example. The example is in Amazon basin. It's the map of Amazon basin. Amazon basin is one of the richest area in the world uh, because in Amazon basin they have a big plant and big animal biodiversity. So this this place can be a good place to get a food security, to get an economic growth, and but this place has a biggest problem has been the colonization part. And what's the problem? The problem in Amazon basin is have a very intense migration and have been penetrated with culture system, especially animal production. So the management of Amazon should be aware and should care with this condition, especially for research and development institutions in the Amazon countries to keep sustainable environment and 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 save the food security. And the last is about institutional support. So, development of biotechnology in the LSC should be analyzed and considering the real possibility in the LSC country or among its different regions. So, if we want to make food security, we should have the support because then because if we cannot get the support from the people, we cannot develop the food security. And there are three categories to develop biotechnology. The first is in infrastructure, the second is in education, and the third is in institutional support. Infrastructure means that if uh, if we cannot get a good infrastructure, we cannot have we cannot distribute the biotechnology plan. And in education, we should educate people to to use biotechnology system. And because in education, when we education people, uh, biotechnology uh, can have a good choice to reduce a lot of money. And the third is about institutional support. So that's all for me. Thank you very much. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.